Welcome back, Fun Fam! And if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to follow the Bradley's Fun. My name is Ron E. Bradley. I hope that wherever you are, you're having a phenomenal day, morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, that little time between lunch and dinner, or breakfast and lunch, or dinner, or whatever. I don't care, really. I just hope that it's phenomenal, whatever you're watching. So many cool people to say hello to. I see that Rachel Zegler herself has come into the chat, and she's pretending to be somebody named Millie. Just kidding with you, Millie. You are the aren't you the number one Broadway fan or whatever that was before? I don't know. Anyway, good to see you here, all of you, Millie and the rest, and I'll say hi to everybody in just a few moments. Oh, golly, that's funny. Anyhow, yeah, thanks everybody for being here. Welcome in to follow the Bradley's Fun, the Daily Dish. Hit the like button on the way in. If you're watching this on the replay, comment below, replay gang, hit the like button, fast forward to the, hopefully people fast forward to here. Watch the vlog last night. It was great. Mike can't wait till Sunday for our day together. I'm trying to figure out if I should change the thumbnail to the vlog, because I'm assuming you're talking about the original Snow White. I love Snow White, the original. Should I change the thumbnail to the vlog? Is it my vlog? I really want that vlog to get out there. Put a lot of work into that one for Epic Universe, and so I just want to see it. Should be in the thousands to tens of thousands of views. And I'm just wondering if it needs a better thumbnail. Let me know what you think in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this on the replay from my Epic Universe vlog. Hey, hello, Sin is here. Sin is always around. And that's why we need Jesus, because Sin is always here. Snortapoopas Q Burr says, I like Snow White, but I'm not Snow White. I figured that, I thought you were one of the bears in the forest, Snortapoopas. Anyway, look at all these people coming in and chatting. I appreciate every single one of you. Guys, today I do not have this is funny. I got people it says I am not Rachel, nor mean to be. I've got people subscribed to my Instagram thinking I'm a hidden Rachel. It would be fun. You should do a video together, and we'll say that you're Rachel, and we'll get a lot of hits on it. I'm going to be talking about Rachel, by the way, during the show today. Just want to welcome everybody, and thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being my energy, the energon to my Autobot. You make this guy transform and roll out of bed in the morning.
A toast, Autobots. Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy! This stuff's the greatest!
Millie, just let me know when you're in Orlando, and we will hang out. Or if I come to New York, I'm heading up north in like a week and a half. But not that far north yet, though I really want to go back to New York City. I miss it for it. And Millie, I don't know if you know that I'm a music theater person. Like I literally am. Like that was my degree in college, music theater. I was in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, a big run of that in Branson, Missouri. Full size run, full size. I mean, it was an amazing show. I played Ruben. I will never forget the colors. If anybody's ever been in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, once you learn the color song, you can't forget it. It was red and yellow and green and brown and scarlet and black and ochre and peach and ruby and olive and violet and fawn and lilac and gold and chocolate and mauve, cream and crimson and silver and rose, azure and russet and lemon and gray, purple and white and pink and orange and blue. Yeah, that's literally all the colors of the coat. And I'm not kidding. And you say it because when you sing it so many freaking times. Oh my gosh. I gotta say hi to everybody in the chat. And yes, I also played Gaston. Hello, Belle. Belle, it's about time you got your head out of those books and paid attention to more important things. Like me. Right from the moment when I met her, saw her, I said she's gorgeous, and I fell. Here in town, there's only she who is beautiful as me, so I'm making plans to woo and marry Belle. Yeah. Back in the day, those were fun times. So let's see who all is here. Snortapoopus Q Burr has come in to the house. Hello, humans and other critters. Saw you in here about 8:45. And that's me answering back. See you in a few. Yes, indeed. Kaladin is here. Kaladin at 9:10. Happy Kaladin Day. By the way, I don't know if I ever said the date today as of the recording of this. It is the 23rd day of April in the year 2025. Yes, indeed. Kaladin, Snortapoopus, Kaladin again. Millie says I'm new. And Millie looked like Millie is in. Are you in 6? Let me know if you're actually in 6, because now I'm going to want to go see it. I have had friends in Broadway shows before, and I haven't had a chance to go up and go see them, and I really want to go up there and see it. Snortapoopus Kaladin, Dan's Life at the Kingdom. Good morning, and thank you for help with the vlog. Dan's Life at the Kingdom is featured in my Epic Universe vlog, so go check that out. Tom F., one of our great mods, is in the house. Thank you so much for modding, Tom F. And Equus Heart is here. And by the way, Izzo's place is not here because Izzo's place is in Japan right now. Oh my gosh, lucky Izzo's place. Equus Heart says, good morning, everyone. Dan's Life of the Kingdom. And Tom F is saying, I need the caffeine. Yeah, let me tell you, I'm with you on that one, buddy. And then Millie says, my profile pic is literally my prom pic, and it's small, so I can't really tell. It does, in the tiny little thumbnail that I can see, it does look about quite a bit like Rachel Zegler. I don't know, Millie. Are you actually Rachel and coming in here to try to redeem yourself? Just when I think there's no hope left, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself. Can Rachel Zegler redeem herself? I think she could. Look, I'm a forgiving person. I'll give anybody the benefit of the doubt. If she were to go back and say, you know what, some of those things that I said about Snow White in the beginning were just really, really awful. And I didn't even realize how they were coming out at the time. So I would say that I misspoke, and I'm so sorry. I really apologize. You know, stuff like that. If she would say, you know what, I have a political stance on Palestine, but I really should not have used a post about my Disney movie to say anything. I'm so sorry I did that. You know, yes, I have my feelings. I shared it in the inappropriate place. I understand that now. I apologize. I'd be okay, you know, like but The problem with Hollywood these days is they're teaching people to not apologize, and that's bad. If you say you're sorry, we're very, very forgiving. Benny T, good morning, fun fam. And although some people will never forgive Rachel, I'm not like that. I'm a very forgiving person. Thank you, Benny T, for being here. Jeremy Heath is in the chat. Why do I look like Rachel? You know what? I suppose with the right makeup and hair and shrinking down about a foot, I could look like Rachel. I'm really tall. I'm 6'3". I look more like Gaston. Hello, Belle. Hanging with Erica and Raph is here this morning. Snort of Poop is Q Burr, Kaladin 910. They're all and not a fan of Rachel at all. She's a very decent singer, but when she belts her notes, she goes slightly flat, so she needs more vocal instruction. Who I am a huge fan of Lauren Allred. Lauren Allred to me is the best female singer today, in my opinion. Andy W. Good morning, beautiful peeps. And if you're not familiar with Lauren Allred, she's actually the voice who sang the song Never Enough in Greatest Showman, which, by the way, is now almost 10 years old. Holy crud. I think it's 8 years old, but man, the last decade, because of the weird 2020 thing, the last 5 years have just like snapped by. Benny T, Snorted Poopas, hang with Erica. Everybody saying hi to everybody. Snorted Poopas is like, I use my real pic too. Looks just like that in real life. But I love a good bear. Hey, Going Shogi is in the chat. My man, my mod, the best chef ever, Going Shogi. Rocking the house. I can't wait. You know what? I can't wait to get with you and have you cook for me. I'll buy the food and you cook it and it'll be good and we'll figure it out. It'll be fun. Anyway, let's see. This is, oh my God, Rachel. Did you know that Rachel Zegler was named after Rachel Green on Friends? True story. Which because her parents are really good, really huge fans of the show Friends. I'm really a huge Friends fan. I went to watch Friends in the studio audience. I put it on my resume, audience member, because my specific laugh can be heard in the episode that I watched. So technically I'm part of the show, uncredited. It's not on my IMDb page. Watched the vlog last night. It was great. Mike can't wait until Sunday for our day together. So please, everybody, go in, watch the vlog. If you've seen it once, watch it again. The time spent watching that vlog and any comments that you can make on that Epic Universe vlog, I appreciate that. That one, I really need support to get it out there, and I might even put a new thumbnail on it. We shall see. Morning, Bud Files. Morning, Sue. Millie says, I love Snow White. I love the original Snow White. Sin is here. Sin is here. Sin is in the house. Sin is in Darkmoor, the dark universe. And Braylon, what's up, Bray? Good to see you. Vinny T is here. What day are you going again? Tom is on the 28th, I think. Why do I remember that? Because I was thinking about going with him. Let's see here. Andy W. Oh, thank you, Andy. And anybody who has watched it, please go in, leave comments, ask questions, get that thing. It's that engagement with the video is what's going to get it out to more people. And share it on all of your social medias. I think I've seen Pam Emson share it. But yeah, Andy, guys, share it out on your social medias. Tom, you say you're going today, Tom? I thought you were going on the 28th. I didn't know you were going today. That's cool, though. Let's see. Yes, if we got together, that would be awesome. The reason there's another vlogger down here who actually is friends with Rachel Zegler and has done some things with her in the park and tried to stick up for her. And look, people generally speaking are good, but the way that she's put out negative stuff to the public and the way she did it is so bad that she just needs a way to turn herself around. I hope she does. I'm I'm not against Rachel Zegler. I'm rooting for her. Everyone wants to say she's narcissistic and all this stuff, and she is. She absolutely is. But anybody can find redemption. Anybody can turn themselves around. Anybody can say, I'm sorry, and be sincere and apologize when they realize, hey, that course, not the best course. So I'm a second, third, fourth, and fifth chance guy. I go all the way up to like 70 times 7. I believe that's the commandment, right? So yeah, big time. Trying to see if I see any there. I'm missing a lot of comments, so I don't want to miss anybody. James All Day, there it is. You actually sounded like Richard White singing. Was that the actual voice of? Was that the voice of of Gaston in the animated feature? It's true, LeFou, and I've got my sights set on that. You guys want the whole LeFou beginning? I'll do it in a minute. I'll do the whole thing for you. It'll be fun. I don't normally do my acting, singing stuff on this chat, but I'm having fun today. By the way, there is no goal today. And we'll talk about the channel support in a minute, but I've decided that for right now, I'm not going to put super chat goals on the screen or anything like that. I'm just going to entertain. If you guys want to give, great. If you can't afford to give, please do not. Absolutely do not. And if you want to support, I will 1000% appreciate even a penny. Hi, chat and all. Golden Jogi Pam Empson is here. Weird. Empson, Vinny T. I'm trying to see if I'm looking at all these. We got American Patriot. American Patriot came in here. What's up, Patriot? Disney, listen, guests think prices are too high, so Disney lowers them. Satisfied everyone? Hey, I am a Disney fan. As a matter of fact, American Patriot, check this out. Look at this. I am giving this away. This is my Figment popcorn bucket. 40th anniversary Epcot. I am not a non-Disney fan. I am somebody who wants Disney to listen. I am somebody who thinks that I'm a Universal fan. I'm a Disney fan. I want them to make Disney Walt again. They've taken so much of the Walt out of Disney. I want that to go back. That's all I'm asking for. Big Disney fan, not a pixie duster, not a shill. Always will be honest. Seen trash in the park. Cast members haven't been acting the same. Want all that to change. That's all I'm asking for, Patriot. And yes, I am actually looking forward to the new nighttime parade. But this is wrong. The Disney absolutely is scared. I know because I have talked to people that work at Disney and they're worried about their jobs. I have a lot of friends that are cast members and they're like, I'm not sure if Disney's going to cut back on jobs. So yes, the Disney is 1000% absolutely scared. Probably not like horrifically scared. They are going to lose some market share. They're 100% going to lose market share. But it is. I just had a group of adults come up to me saying, "Oh my God, Rachel, can I have autograph?" Just said, "I'm not Rachel," and the 34-year-old goes, "Yeah, right," rolling her eyes. That's really, really funny. That is so funny. Yeah, Disney lost big time, and it's not a bad thing though. It's not a bad thing. Hopefully, Epic Universe is a huge wake-up call for Disney to get back to being Disney. They gutted the center of Epcot and made it into a college quad and took out all water completely. When there was supposed to be a fountain that was in the concept drawing, no fountain there now. And they need to go back to it. And Going Chuggy says, I love cooking for friends. Very, very cool. Yes. I've had issues with the Disney service. And by the way, I take the Disney service. Look, I'm a pass holder, dude. I'm out at Disney all the time. Still love Disney. Don't get me wrong. But it really does. I will say this. The Magic Kingdom, when I go to Epic and then I go to Magic Kingdom, it feels incredibly dated. The Magic Kingdom opened in 1971, and evidently so, as Rachel Zegler would say. Yeah. And I hope that yes, thank you very much. Obviously, Yeah, I mean, look here. The thing is, American Patriot. You probably see us rag on Disney. It's not because it, and it's the same with Rachel Zegler. Hey, I want people, I want entities, I want whoever to have that opportunity to correct themselves. That's all. It's very, very simple. Um, yeah, so I've got a brother that does stuff for Disney. Thank you, Jared Markham. This is a great comment here. I've got a brother that does stuff for Disneyland and Disneyland, and he says they've been cutting back like crazy. They are scared, and they're not just scared of Epic Universe. They're scared probably of themselves. They've done so many things in the for lack of a better word, woke category. And I hate to say that way, but it is what it is. That just have really, really ostracized families. Disney has literally done things when I've walked in the park and I'm like, I am offended by that. We have had situations where at the park gates, we have to turn our child's head away from certain cast members and aim him towards another entrance gate because of certain things we don't want him to see from certain cast members that are working at the time. I agree with you, Ron, about Disney. I want Disney to be Walt again. I want them to succeed and listen to the fans. I grew up watching the movies and watching Disney Channel. I hate the directions go. That's it. That's really, really that simple. Hey, it's not that none of us don't hate Disney. We just want Disney to be Disney again. The mood of guests and Magic versus Universal are night and day. Disney, everyone is PO, but at Universal, it's 1 in 100. You might get a match. I mean, the team members have been. It's such a change because I'm telling you, I used to work for Universal and I worked there in 2010. The team members on the attractions weren't so great. They've been retrained. There has there has been a shift like I cannot believe at Universal, and it's a good thing. And you know, the rising tide could raise all ships if it's allowed to. That's funny. Velma, Velma, look at here. Look, Velma, look. You take your dog, take your weird talking dog, and you just get out of here with that, all right? And don't call my name again. I don't want to hear you say Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. That's not gonna happen. Hey, you might be like with the girl with the glasses and all that stuff, but I'm the ghost with the most, babe. Yeah, the leadership has put the whole company in peril for years. The chickens have finally come home to roost. It's true. Good afternoon, Juliet. Follow the Bradleys in chat. I don't know. I that's not my field. That's a Valiant Renegade question. So I'm way too close to the ground. I'm probably too close to it to see that kind of stuff. But I did promise before we got to some other things in the show that I would do the whole Beauty and the Beast opening thing between Gaston and LeFou. Well, you didn't miss a shot, Gaston. You're the greatest hunter in the whole world. I know. No beast alive stands a chance against you. And no girl for that matter. It's true, LeFou. And I've got my sights set on that one. The inventor's daughter? She's the one. The lucky girl I'm going to marry. But she's the most beautiful girl in town. And that makes her the best. And don't I deserve the best? Well, of course you do. Right from the moment when I met her, saw her, I said she's gorgeous and I fell. Here in town there's only she who is beautiful as me. So I'm making plans to woo and marry Belle. There you go. Indeed, doodah. So there you have it. Guys, let me get this on the screen because I want you to see that I have a sale going on now in my spread shop. I do. Okay, let me see here. Gonna get back to the top. We're gonna go to all products. Only 2 days left. Let me make sure that there is, okay, this expires today. All right, so let me get this on the screen so you can see. If you want to help with the cause to make Disney Walt again, get a hat. Get a Make Disney Walt Again hat. You can get it in any color. You want it in black. Maybe you want it in black so that people don't just immediately think of it as a other kind of hat. But it's a Make Disney Walt Again hat. You can't really say Madua. It's a Madua hat. Madua. That's the name. Madua. Oh my gosh. Hello, 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 hello. Anyway, we got Make Disney Walt Again merch. You get 10% off when you purchase 3 products right now. So any 3, 10% off. It's a great deal. Follow the Bradley's Fun. You got the hat, follow the fedora merchandise because I'm wearing the fedora in the parks, and then you got all of our family avatar merchandise, guys. Anything you buy during the show, and let me know. We're going to celebrate. Speaking of celebration, I want to celebrate all of you, and anytime there's a super chat, super thanks, super sticker, buy me a coffee, buy me a Dole Whip donation, PayPal donation, any of those types of things, as well as if you become a member of the channel. By the way, this giveaway right here is if you become a member of the channel. And let me show you. I'll put it on the screen this way so you can see. Look, if you become a member of the channel, I am giving away this brand new condition 40th anniversary Figment popcorn bucket when I hit the 100 member mark. All right. When we hit the 100 member mark, what's going to happen is all the names of the members will go into a hat, except those that have gifted memberships will get an entry for every membership that they gifted. And then we'll have a raffle drawing. I'll pull it, and somebody will win the Figment popcorn bucket. Now, whether that's motivation for you to join as a member or not, I have no idea. But if you do become a member of the chat, or somebody gifts memberships, or there's a membership milestone chat, any of those types of things, we like to celebrate, and we like to celebrate with you. So if you are a member, throw those emojis down throw those emojis down when we are celebrating, whether that's the member emoji or dance emoji. We want everybody to celebrate with us. And what does a celebration look like? Well, it's going to look something like this. Wookie dance. Yes, indeed. Thank you for helping with the celebration. Millie, you got to become a member so you can have that Rachel weird emoji that you can throw down in the chat. But we have got to get to our stories. And our first story, Millie, you're going to love this one. It's a Rachel Zegler story. Yes, indeed. This is an interesting story. Oh, look at that there, Vinny T. Vinny T wants the Wookiee dance. One more time for the Wookiee dance with that celebration. Let's do it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Vinny T, for that awesome support and your assistance in filming me meeting Hiccup and Toothless the other day. That was awesome. We appreciate that. So, guys, we have an interesting one. So, yeah, boy, you think you can get away from Rachel Zegler, and you just can't. True story. So, Snow White has not been a great success for Disney. As a matter of fact, it's really funny because the Snow White, the original animated classic, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs by Walt Disney, 1937, animated classic, highest grossing, if you adjust for inflation, highest grossing animated movie, I believe, of all time. It really jump-started the Walt Disney Company and Walt Disney Studios and catapulted the Walt Disney Company into what it is today. So you would think that having so much ride on the shoulders of the creators of the new Snow White live action version, they would have taken all of that into account. It seems like they didn't, because this movie didn't just bomb. This thing, it was atomic and not in a good way. So we are going to get this story on the screen to learn just how bad it in fact did bomb. This is out of PJ Media. How big did Snow White really bomb? This big, and it's pretty big. It's really interesting to see this story. This is by Stephen Green, written on the 21st of April out of PJ Media. There is Rachel Zegler. Assuming this is at one of the premieres, but she's shining in her dress, or maybe this is Millie and she's working as a stand-in. It seemed almost impossible, even to Snow White remake critics like myself, that it might fail to crack $200 million at the box office. Yet, if the movie does cross that threshold, it will be by the skin of Quig's teeth. Quig, by the way, is apparently a character in the new live-action version. I only know this because I checked IMDb for characters who weren't in the original, making me one of, I don't know, maybe 12 people who weren't involved in the production who know there's a Quig. In its fifth weekend on screen, Snow White earned about $7 million in ticket sales domestically and internationally, bringing the total box office take to an estimated $194 million. Wow. Let me just pause right there for just a moment. This was supposed to be a box office blockbuster. This was one of those Disney. I mean, some of the remakes have made over $1 billion. Aladdin made over $1 billion. Lion King made over $1 billion. Beauty and the Beast made over $1 billion. I'm sure that when they started this project, Disney thought they had $1 billion box office bonanza on their hands. But once again, I'm going to reread this. In its fifth weekend on screen, Snow White earned about $7 million in ticket sales. That's it, domestically and internationally. That's the total. Bringing the total box office take to an estimated $194 million. The film cost an estimated $270 million after tax credits, plus another $70 to $100 million to market, and probably needs $625 million after theaters take their cut just to break even. Now, I'm going to argue that number because my guess is that hidden costs in the production and hidden costs in the marketing and all the reshoots and the ballooning, my guess is it cost closer to upward between $400 and $450 million total cost to make this thing. So I'm thinking that it has to make $800 to $900 million at the box office to break even. And this thing's not going to make it back in toy sales, in Disney Plus revenue, and this is never going to make back its money. Period. It's just not. It's not just a flop. It is a super flop. Oof. That's actually written in the article. Oof. While Snow White floundered, Disney announced that the live-action remake of Tangled was on hold. Right. While not officially canceled, the studio has given zero indication when or even if development will resume. In box office terms, live-action remakes aren't any different from any other genre. Some do well, some break even, some, like Snow White, flop. Creatively, though, each one reveals Hollywood's creative bankruptcy, just as the endless parade of superhero movies and their diminishing returns financially and creatively does. Worse, live-action remakes are unnecessary. Animation has a timeless, netherworld charm to it that photorealistic CGI and animals and dwarves simply cannot. For all of the online chatter, Snow White could have done much better, and just a handful of different decisions made early in the movie's production would have made all the difference. First, a flick like Snow White has no business costing $320 million to produce, even if a $50 million UK tax credit brought Disney's cost down to $270 million. But a movie musical shouldn't be a third of $1 billion extravaganza, particularly not one aimed at the Disney princess set. The live-action Snow White reboot should have been a $125 million movie at best. All Disney had to do was hire some real dwarves instead of those demented CGI escapees from the uncanny valley. They could have used practical sets instead of a green screen heavy production that star Rachel Zegler in particular seemed ill at ease with. Maybe they could have insisted on a script that didn't go all in on woke reportedly before the rewrites and socialism for the reshoots. Yeah, it was, from what I understand, they went all in on the far left. Finally, Disney could have avoided the bad press by getting back to doing what movie studios used to do for every release: keep the actors tightly scripted during all appearances, now including online, until the picture is on the silver screens. Reportedly, Snow White's budget, let me start that one over. Reportedly, Snow White's budget-busting reshoots were needed to plug holes blasted out of the script by Zegler's off-script remarks. The film might still have sucked, but at least it would have cost a reasonable amount to produce and not had so much bad buzz going for more than a year before its release. That is true. Not only more than a year, it goes all the way back to comments made by Zegler in the fall of 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, almost 3 years worth of bad press, basically. Shoot a kiddie flick that doesn't suck for $125 million, promote it for another $50 million, then count the profits as Snow White soars to a $400 or even $500 million box office. It probably would have made more if they just would have remade the original Snow White in live action, used real little people actors, and maybe expanded on the story of Snow White and the Prince, because it's clear to me that they had met before, and they could have expanded on a little bit of what happens like before, so in the animated film there's quite a bit of stuff that they skip, of story beats that they could have included in a live action. Or please hear me out, take the original, spend a few million cleaning up the print and punching up the score for multi-channel sound, and re-release it to audiences hungry for quality family entertainment. Maybe that sounds crazy, but is it any less crazy than spending close to $400 million on a $200 million flop? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so it is, I just want to know, like, this thing flopped so super duper hard. I mean, I've never seen a movie flop like this one in history, especially a Disney movie. This may be Disney's biggest flop. I think it's the biggest flop of this century, of this millennium, if you will. Not 100% sure. I'd have to go check the records against other flops that they've had, and they had some pretty bad ones in the early 2000s. But this one's going to really, really hurt Disney, and they need to put more money back in the parks. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Please let us know in the comments below. What do you think of Rachel Zegler? What do you think of Snow White? How big of a flop is this in your mind? Are you like me? Are you willing to forgive Rachel Zegler if she were to say that she's sorry for all of this? Are you willing to forgive Disney if they say that they made the mistakes and they're sorry for the mistakes they made? Because I am. I'm a forgiver. Let us know down in the comments. Let us know before you go out the door. And thank you for coming in today. Yes, indeed. Ruby Hoove with the gifty. Let's celebrate Ruby Hoove's gifty with a little bit of Culture Bear. Oh, I'm still dancing. I am still dancing. Going Shogi with the gifty. Yes, indeed. We got another gifty. Congratulations, by the way, to It's Florentin and Alan Grundhofer. It's Florentin and Alan Grundhofer have gotten gifties. Yes, indeed. So look at this. Look at the support coming in today. We love you guys. You guys are awesome. We got a where is it? Apparently you guys are just you want more celebration.
Is that everyone?
But you wanted more?
You wanted more. You wanted more. We'll give you more.
Is that everyone?
But you wanted more?
Oh my gosh. We'll have to hit we're going to hit all those with a big celebration at the end. Let me um let me indeed celebrate big at the end. And I think we have time, but I want to get this next story on the screen. You may realize Epic Universe is opening May 22nd, 2025, and already people have been enjoying this park, from team members of Universal to annual pass holders having their preview, like myself. Great big vlog on the channel. Go check that out. I'll put the link in the description. Guys, Epic Universe is here. It's here to stay. It's big, and it's a big deal, and it has Disney running scared. And if you don't believe me, well, Disney is reacting. How are they reacting? Not just with discounted prices, but with something unprecedented in any time in recent history, maybe the last 20, 25, maybe 30 years. We don't know when the last time they did this was, but they're actually lowering the ticket prices. No, I'm not talking about discounted tickets. I'm talking about the actual advertised retail price of the tickets are going down next year. This is unprecedented. This means this is Disney showing their hand, showing the cards. Disney be worried. Disney be scared. Disney, yes, indeed, they are. And what I mean by that, well, let me get this on the screen for you. This is out of thatparkplace.com. If you're not bookmarked to thatparkplace.com, please do bookmark thatparkplace.com. It is a worthwhile site. You can even become a member like I am, a VIP member, get special articles. But out of thatparkplace.com by Mr. M. Montanaro, Walt Disney World ticket prices actually drop for 2026 in a stunning reversal. Focused shifts back to families. What a surprise. Ahead of Epic Universe official grand opening. There is the House of Mouse, Cinderella's castle in its pink and blue that needs to change and go back to the original colors. But here we have it. This is crazy. This is incredible what they're doing. Yes, they do have big. They do have pricing for the events that go big. But let's see what else they are doing. Out of thatparkplace.com by M. Montanaro, in a move that defies over a decade of trend lines. And I want to say it's maybe more than a decade, maybe 2 decades, maybe 3, I'm not sure. But Disney has done the unthinkable. It actually lowered some Walt Disney World ticket prices for 2026 for a company that's practically made a sport out of annual increases and upcharges. The reversal is more than surprising. It's historic. And while the changes may look small on paper, the message they send is massive. Disney is bracing for a battle. And look, as a former cast member who worked at Disney at a place where they would increase the prices twice a year, and believe me, I benefited from it when I worked there. So I liked it. Yeah, this is very unprecedented. So here we have it. Beginning January 1st, 2026, the updated one-day Ticket World ticket prices look like this. Magic Kingdom, $139 to $199. Epcot, $129 to $184. Hollywood Studios, $139 to $194. Animal Kingdom, $119 to $179. Now, those individual prices are date-based, so on the more popular days, you're going to pay the highest price. That $199 at Magic Kingdom has remained still the highest price that they have, and that didn't change. But so what did change is other prices. And look at this. The top end pricing for Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom remains unchanged from 2025, but Epcot's most expensive day dropped $10, and Magic Kingdom's lowest tier fell $5 from $144 down to $139. Now, that may not sound dramatic, but Disney doesn't lower prices. Nope, they do not. not unless they absolutely have to. And look, like I said, I am a former cast member. They raise the prices on food at least twice a year, merchandise sometimes several times in the year, ticket prices at least once, sometimes twice per year. So lowering actual advertised prices before any discounts, super unprecedented. The epic storm is coming in 2025. Yes, these aren't discounts, they are defensive maneuvers. Universal's Epic Universe is about to flip the Orlando theme park hierarchy on its head. Opening in just a month, it's poised to offer what many believe Disney no longer does: fresh, cutting edge, jaw dropping innovation. There is an overview of the Epic Universe theme park drawn on a map. And here's the interesting thing: the concept art to the actual reality. Well, with Epic Universe, the actual reality is better than the concept art. What an amazing twist that one is. With lands themed to Nintendo, How to Train Your Dragon, Universal Monsters, and Harry Potter, the park is designed to dazzle families, and it's going to succeed. Disney knows it. And now we're seeing signs of panic through perks and lower Disney World ticket prices. After years of chasing dinks and Disney adults, families are back in focus. For the past several years, Disney's marketing has aggressively shifted towards adults with no children. Dinks, dual income, no kids, and so-called Disney adults became the prized demographic. They spend big, they post endlessly, and they don't bring toddlers. The shift was easy to see. Themed lounges, influencer events, designer mini ears, $250 prefix dining, limited time cocktails, identity centric merchandise lines, everything crafted for adults who wanted a taste of childhood nostalgia without the hassle of an actual child. But in the pursuit of millennial clout, Disney lost something big: the average family, the very foundation of its empire. And by the way, what happens when a foundation crumbles? Well, everything on top of it crumbles down as well. Now, just as Universal prepares to offer a next generation family experience, Disney is suddenly remembering who made the brand what it is, and the 2026 perks aren't just surface level giveaways. They're meaningful returns to value driven, family focused vacationing. One, free kids eat free dining plans for kids. Perhaps the most significant offering of all, Disney is bringing back a version of the once iconic free dining plan promotion, this time targeting families directly by making meals free for kids ages 3 to 9 on select vacation packages. Disney considers a 10-year-old an adult, by the way. Disney being the only corporation in the entire world that would ever consider a 10-year-old an adult. Why they don't have if I were Disney, the pricing that I would do is 12 to 3. Actually, I would do 4 years old to 12 years old. I would change their whole thing, and they'd make a big difference by doing this. Really attract families. All the way 0 to age 3 until they actually hit their 4th birthday, they're free. I would make that happen. 4 to 12 would be the child age, and then there would be a teenage age. Once you hit 13 to, let's say, 18, like the 13 to 17 years old, there would be some type of incentives or discounts for something like that. And then 18 and above would be considered an adult. You can listen to me, Disney, if you want to. That's one of my suggestions. I have a lot that would make the whole thing better. I have tons of suggestions that would make Disney better. Will they ever listen to me? Not even in a survey. Okay. When paired with a non-discounted stay at a Disney resort hotel and theme park tickets, the dining plan can offer families hundreds of dollars in value over the course of a trip. It covers meals and snacks in a wide range of Disney dining locations, from quick service counters to some of the most popular themed restaurants in the parks. The return of this perk harkens back to a time when Disney packaged convenience, cost savings, and experience into a big, giant, one bundled offer, right? For families on a budget, it removes the stress of constantly calculating food costs, a huge win in an environment where bottle of water alone can run $6. In the past, the free dining promotion was offered to everyone. By limiting it only to kids, Disney is essentially pushing aside the dink Disney adult crowd and making an impassioned plea for families to return to the Disney bubble. Bloop. Complimentary water park access on check-in day, summer only. Disney is also offering resort guests free admission to Typhoon Lagoon or Blizzard Beach on their arrival day during summer months only. While this benefit is limited to the first day of a guest stay, it provides an added half day of activity without the pressure of needing a full park ticket. Get in the plane, arrive early, drop your luggage off at the hotel, go directly to the theme park. By the way, theme parks have plenty of changing areas in there, so don't worry about that. Got lockers and all that stuff too. It's a clever move on paper. Most families arrive midday or early afternoon, too late to justify a full-price theme park ticket. Giving guests a water park experience upon arrival not only adds perceived value, but it also redistributes crowds and incentivizes on-property hotel bookings. It's a small thing, but it sets the tone for a vacation that starts with fun instead of a financial hit. Of course, the Disney water parks typically close for the day between 4 and 6 p.m., so how much value are the families actually getting from this perk? I do wonder, sometimes they close later during the summer, I think. I'm not sure, because they also have those summer night events that people pay extra for, too. Early entry and extended evening hours for hotel guests. These time-based access perks remain intact for 2026 and continue to distinguish Disney resort hotel stays from off-property competition, including Universal's 3 new resort hotels in the Epic Universe area. Early theme park entry allows all Disney hotel guests to access every park 30 minutes before official opening, making it possible to experience top-tier rides with minimum wait. For Deluxe and Deluxe Villa Resort guests, extended evening hours allow them to remain in the parks for 2 extra hours on select nights. These extra hour windows are more than just bonus time. They're operational gold for families with young kids. Getting in a ride or two before the crowds arrive or circling back after the sun goes down can make or break a day when traveling with children. These perks were once standard under the extra magic hours system, but in recent years, they've been carved back into tiered privileges. The fact that they're still here in 2026 without additional charge adds weight to the idea that Disney is sweetening the deal for families who might be on the fence. These aren't just value perks. They're an olive branch to families who felt alienated, families who once got Magic Band's Magical Express for free, but are now facing rising costs, confusing technical hurdles, and fewer rewards. Yeah, being on your phone all day at the parks is not a fun deal. The truth behind the ticket cuts. Well, dropping the lowest Magic Kingdom price by $5, it might seem insignificant, but in Disney accounting, that's practically a siren. Epcot's top-end price dropping is even more telling, especially given how heavily Disney has invested into that park's transformation. If that project was a runaway success, prices would be climbing, and they're not. And they're about to open a brand new ride at Disney, a rethemed Test Track 3.0, if you will, is about to open. So you'll have an additional attraction open next year with the prices dropping. How interesting is that? And while November and December pricing hasn't been released yet, the months where Disney rakes in premium rates, guests should brace for a possible hike. That's traditionally Disney's peak holiday profit window, and without reductions in those final months, it'll offset these early year gestures. Still, the larger signal remains: Disney is reacting, and it's reacting to Epic Universe, a reversal years in the making. Disney spent years catering to a crowd that praised the parks as sacred ground. Now it's realizing that crowd alone can't sustain the empire, not when families are flocking to Universal for value immersion and characters that kids actually care about, like Mario, like Luigi. Epic Universe is going to be massive. Disney knows it, and for the first time in years, it's adjusting accordingly. Finally, not with press releases, not with spin, but with something tangible. lower prices, family perks, and maybe, just maybe, a hint of humility. The question is, will it be enough? And that is the question I am asking you. Note it down in the comments. What do you think? Is Disney reacting to Epic, or is just this, oh, they're just their marketing team? I think they're reacting to Epic, but I want to know your thoughts. Comment in the comments below. Please let your comments, let your thoughts be known. What do you think of Epic Universe? What do you think of Disney? Does any of this even change your mind? If you're a Disney person, you're diehard, let us know down in the comments. If you're a Universal person, you're diehard of that, let us know down in the comments. Let's have a conversation about this. Comment below before you go out the door. Thank you so much for coming in and checking this one out today. Yes, indeed. So you've got water parks are grossed out much yet. You know what's funny about that going, Shogi? I got to tell you this. This is really, really hilarious. I am learning about the Roman Empire, the Greeks, and all that, and the fall of these big empires. One of the biggest causes of the fall of the Roman Empire were baths, public places where people would go, because of course back then they didn't know about bacteria and all that stuff, and they would bathe together, and it was nasty, and it was crazy. Yeah, exactly. They're communal baths with water slides. It's just gross. Wait until FanFest nights this Friday. Universal is about to eat that after lunch too. Yes, indeed. The after hours event. Yep. And Magic Adventures, love you guys. And really, really grateful you guys are going to the parks. Still don't think Epic will do that much damage to Disney, especially in the wrong one. Maybe for the first 5 months or so. Actually, I would somewhat agree with you, but what I'm actually thinking is it's actually in the long run that Epic does more damage to Disney than in the short term. And here's the reason why. I have been to Epic Universe, okay? I don't know if you've been there yet. If you get a chance, go. But the reason I think it will do more damage to Disney actually long term, I don't think it's going to do as much damage to Disney in the short term as it is in the long term. And the reason why is because Universal already has plans to expand Epic Universe. There are 4 portals now. There are probably 2 other worlds that will be built in the next 3 years. Once they get open and they get everything running right and they have a good reputation and all that, and they already probably are getting a good reputation, they're going to announce the next 2 big things. There could be a whole new Jurassic World thing coming. There could be a Zelda land coming. There could be, we don't know yet. It's up in the air what the speculation is, but I believe they have as much expansion room for 4 more portals, bringing the total to 8 portals, and they'll probably eventually have 20 to 25 ride attractions. So I think it's the future that Disney has to worry about more than anything else, because when you go to the Magic Kingdom, as nostalgic as it is, it definitely feels very dated and compared to Epic. Now, the parks are very, very different. Like the Universal has a different feel than Walt Disney World, and I love both. But I think that what Disney is doing now, catering to families, that's a good move. Another thing they need to do is go back to restricting the Disney look. That is huge. As a former cast member, I remember my heart sinking the day that I was in a pre-shift and that announcement was made. We can show our tattoos off now. We can have long hair now. Men can paint their fingernails, and that's okay now. I'm sorry, that none of that belongs at Walt Disney World. It's not right. It is just simply not right. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, they have. I know some of the Imagineers that work on the former Disney Imagineers that now work on Epic Universe. Yeah, I can't say everything that I know, but I know. Yes, and then Andy W says, I've always been a big Disney fan. I would take my family once a year. Now there's no enthusiasm to go anymore. The issue is, and locals like myself, we're lucky. I consider myself lucky. I can enjoy all of it if I want. Universal, SeaWorld, Disney, Fun Spot if I want to. I've never been to a Fun Spot. I mean, I've been to it, but I've never written anything. I should go to Fun Spot and check it out. But Gatorland, we got all of it, and we're very, very lucky. But if you're coming from a distance and you have to pay for this stuff out of pocket, it's a lot more, and it's that could be a challenge, real challenge to your pocketbook. So yes, more expansion. And this is the big one. If Magic Kingdom shutters half their attractions, the damage will be irreversible. If they go forward, destroying the rivers of America at Magic Kingdom, I think that will be a nail in the coffin to Walt Disney World specifically. And what I mean by a nail in the coffin, will it kill Disney World? No, absolutely not. What will happen is once they get rid of Rivers of America, they're going to lose half their audience coming to Walt Disney World, because people will good American patriots, people that love our country. It's such a kick in the face to Walt himself, and it's such an insult to the history of America to destroy the rivers of America, to build a dirt track. It's just too insulting to too many people. And if you're a company, the last thing you want to do is insult the people that have loved you for so many years. It's just, it's the same reason, honestly. It's the same reason that happily married couples that are happily married for years end up getting divorced, is because one person does something else that just is so devastating to the other person that they divorce. Destroying Rivers of America is like destroying Rivers of America is, in effect, it's Disney committing adultery on their, cheating on their main audience. So yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. Yep. They are definitely reacting to Epic. We've been saying to lower the prices for years, and they refused until Epic came around. And now they're close to bringing back the Magical Express because of Epic. That is true. They are working on bringing back Magical Express. And they got to do these good things. If they do the good things, if they make Disney Walt again, it'll happen. Yes, Disney needs to. If they're starting to react now, they're a little slow on the uptake, but we'll see. So they have 5 expansion pads at Epic Universe. I didn't realize they have 5. Bring back Splash Mountain. Yeah, we wish they could. We'll see what Shrek 5 does. I don't know that Shrek 5's. I will say this. Disney's got one really good thing going for them in the next month, and that is the live-action Lilo and Stitch. I'm very excited for that. So I'm not all against Disney. I just want Disney to get back to doing what they always did the best. Yes, that return to hope we like to address would be huge. That needs to return. And a big thing, just put a fountain in Epcot. Come on, man. Put a fountain there. I'm just trying to go through all of the comments. This is, guys, there's a lot of comments here, and I love you guys so much. I try to answer as many as I can, but this is why super chats are really, really important as we grow, so I can highlight the comments that I can see. Yeah, the Loungefly stuff. Great memories of Disney. I didn't turn my back on it. I just expect better. Yep. Yeah, the rivers are great for those with sensory issues, which is on an epidemic rise. That's true. That is very true. It's really nice to have that refuge. I would forgive her, but she would not pivot. I agree. Look, I'd love for Rachel to pivot. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But yes, indeed. Make Disney Walt again. It's really, really that simple. Just put the Walt back into Disney. That's it. That's all you got to do. I love Disney. I want them to come back. I'm not one of those praying for the demise of Disney. I am one of those who wishes that the stuff that Iger has done that is bad against the parks would change. And all this and go back to catering to families, both in the parks and in movies and all that. And, you can fix it. But again, Epic Universe is always going to be competition. But more important, because of Epic, they're going to work on making Islands of Adventure and Universal Orlando better parks as well. Plus, they have an amazing water park in Volcano Bay. And you guys are all amazing for being here, but we got to get you over to Culture Casino. Thank you, Vinny T, for the 5. Thank you, Ruby Hoove and Goen Shogi for the gifties. Let's do one more big celebration before we take off.
Is it too much? Too much? It's a perfect! Wahoo! Oh, this is so nice. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. pretty decent guy, I must say.
Guys, thank you so much for coming in today. Let's send you over to Culture Casino right now. Please go check out the Epic Universe vlog on the channel. Comments on it. Share it out on your social media. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Click that notification bell because when you click it, you stick it to the YouTube algorithm and you get notified of all of our uploads here at Follow the Bradley's Fun. And until next time, I will see ya real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.